The Aleutian Islands, stretching like a rugged arc between Alaska and Russia, have long stood as silent witnesses to Earth's powerful tectonic forces. Known to many as a remote and windswept frontier, they rarely make headlines. Yet beneath their serene surface lies one of the planet's most volatile geological intersections. The collision between the Pacific and North American plates here makes this area a notorious hotspot for seismic activity. History offers sobering reminders of the devastation this region can unleash, from the towering tsunami that obliterated Scotch Cap Lighthouse in 1946 to ancient waves that left lasting scars across Hawaii's coastline centuries ago. Now, experts warn the stage may once again be set for disaster. With a persistent swarm of earthquakes shaking the Aleutian chain and scientific models suggesting a growing likelihood of a magnitude 9 megaquake, the potential for a catastrophic tsunami disaster is rising. This video will explore why the Aleutians are so dangerous, examine the chilling history of past quakes, and reveal why the next one could be even worse. A swarm that can't be ignored. In recent months, the Aleutian Islands have been rattled by an ongoing swarm of earthquakes, and the scientific community is watching closely. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, the first major jolt in this latest sequence struck just southwest of Attic, registering a powerful magnitude 6.3. It didn't stop there. Within hours, the Earth rumbled repeatedly as aftershocks surged through the region, some reaching magnitudes near 5.8. These weren't isolated incidents. Later that day, two more strong earthquakes exceeding magnitude 6 followed within minutes of each other. The pattern puzzled experts. This wasn't the usual aftershock progression typically seen after a major seismic event. Instead, as the University of Alaska Fairbanks Earthquake Center explained, the area was experiencing a true swarm, multiple quakes of similar strength clustered tightly in both time and space. While director and state seismologist Michael West urged caution, noting that swarms of moderately large earthquakes are common in the Aleutians, the concern remains very real. This is a historically restless zone with a track record of producing massive ruptures. The Alaska Earthquake Center stressed the unusually high number of quakes as justification for heightened monitoring, though the swarm, for now, has yet to trigger tsunami warnings. It serves as an unmistakable reminder that the fault is active and primed for something bigger. The tectonic setting helps explain why this swarm is viewed with such unease. The Aleutians lie directly atop the subduction zone, where the Pacific plate dives beneath the North American plate, a process that stores tremendous geological energy. At any given moment, this tension can release explosively in the form of megathrust earthquakes. Though the swarm itself has not yet resulted in widespread disaster, seismologists recognize it as a sign of mounting stress beneath the seabed. Even more troubling is the historical context. Swarms have been precursors to major seismic events in subduction zones around the world. The ongoing activity in the Aleutians thus raises unsettling questions. Could this be the early tremble before a colossal release? As the days pass and moderate tremors continue, this possibility weighs heavily on researchers and residents alike. History of destruction. The 1946 tsunami. While today's activity raises alarms, history paints an even starker picture of the Aleutians' deadly potential. The infamous 1946 Aleutian Islands earthquake serves as a haunting example. On April 1st of that year, a powerful magnitude 8.6 earthquake erupted near Unimak Island. Despite the strength of the quake, the shaking on land was not particularly severe. This led to a fatal underestimation of the danger. However, the true threat was hidden beneath the waves. In moments, the seafloor ruptured dramatically, releasing vast amounts of energy into the ocean and spawning a ferocious tsunami. Waves as high as 138 feet slammed into Unimak Island, wiping out the Scotch Cap Lighthouse and killing all 5 lighthouse keepers. Yet the devastation didn't stop at Alaska's shores. Traveling at speeds nearing 500 miles per hour, the tsunami raced across the Pacific and reached Hawaii in under 5 hours. Hilo bore the brunt of the impact. 96 people lost their lives as massive waves destroyed homes, swept away vehicles, and obliterated entire neighborhoods. The sudden and overwhelming power of the 1946 tsunami stunned the scientific community. It became clear that certain earthquakes, later classified as tsunami earthquakes, produce waves much larger than their seismic readings suggest. In response to the immense loss of life, global warning systems were overhauled. The Seismic Sea Wave Warning System, now known as the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, was created in the disaster's wake to prevent similar tragedies. Yet, for all the advances in detection, the central truth remains unchanged. When a major quake strikes the Aleutians, the tsunami that follows can be devastating far beyond Alaska's borders. The memory of 1946 endures, serving as a chilling case study of what the Aleutians are capable of unleashing. The 1585 Megathrust Mystery. Even further back in time, geological clues point to an even larger event that shook the Pacific. In 1585, a presumed megathrust earthquake ruptured the eastern Aleutian subduction zone. Although no written records exist from Alaska, the echoes of this quake were felt far and wide. Oral traditions from Hawaii describe a massive wave killing countless people. Japan's Sanriku coast, too, saw mysterious waves in what later became known as the Orphan Tsunami, so named because no obvious source could be identified for centuries. Paleotsunami research later linked these seemingly disconnected events to the Aleutians. Sediment layers buried deep within Kauai's Makauwahi sinkhole revealed unmistakable signs of catastrophic flooding between 1430 and 1665. Boulders, gravel, and fractured stones were deposited far inland, beyond the reach of ordinary storms or even modern tsunamis. Only an extraordinary event could have transported such materials, and analysis suggested a tsunami of immense proportions. Further supporting this theory, evidence from Sedanka Island near Amaknak showed signs of 5 major tsunamis before 1957, one dating between 1530 and 1665. The likely culprit for at least one of them? The same powerful 1585 earthquake that struck the Aleutians. Scientists now believe this event likely reached a staggering magnitude of 9.25, far surpassing even the devastating 1946 quake. Unlike today, there were no warning systems in 1585, and societies across the Pacific were caught unaware. While thousands of miles separate Hawaii, Alaska, and Japan, this single earthquake proved how interconnected the Pacific truly is, and how vulnerable even distant shores remain to Aleutian megaquakes. What scientists are seeing now. Modern technology has given today's experts a far clearer picture of what is happening beneath the Aleutians. The University of Hawaii at Manoa recently published a comprehensive study assessing the likelihood of another devastating event. Their conclusions were sobering. Using advanced modeling techniques, the researchers estimated a 9% chance that the Aleutians will experience a magnitude 9 or higher earthquake within the next 50 years. While seemingly modest, this figure translates into significant risk when considering the potential consequences. The models weren't built in a vacuum. Scientists drew upon records from the 5 largest earthquakes since 1900, including Japan's 2011 Tohoku disaster and Alaska's own 1964 monster quake, to refine their estimates. They also incorporated paleotsunami data, geological evidence of ancient tsunamis that had left their mark long before humans could record them. The result was a comprehensive picture that supports the notion of cyclical megaquakes in the Aleutians. The researchers further quantified the financial stakes. Should such a quake strike and trigger a tsunami aimed at Hawaii, estimated damage could soar to nearly $40 billion, impacting over 300,000 people. Even annualizing the risk puts the economic exposure in the tens of millions of dollars each year. What makes the Aleutians particularly concerning is their proximity to Hawaii and the orientation of the subduction zone. Tsunami energy tends to radiate directly southeast, placing the islands squarely in the crosshairs. When experts consider worst-case scenarios, this direct path is at the forefront of their concerns. While there is no certainty that the current earthquake swarm will culminate in catastrophe, the combination of historical precedent, geological indicators, and ongoing seismic activity make this possibility too significant to dismiss. A dangerous waiting game. As the Aleutians continue to tremble, the world watches and waits. The lack of a tsunami warning following the current swarm offers some reassurance, but that comfort is fragile. Not every major quake generates waves instantly, and history shows that destructive tsunamis can arrive unexpectedly. This is why experts remain vigilant, issuing advisories and updating models as new data emerges from the restless subduction zone. Hawaii, in particular, faces unique vulnerability. While the islands are often associated with calm breezes and tropical beauty, they are no strangers to disaster from afar. The 1946 tsunami turned downtown Hilo into a scene of devastation, and ancient chants speak of waves that swept across the islands centuries earlier. Despite improvements in detection and alert systems, the race against time remains a challenge. Tsunami waves from the Aleutians can reach Hawaii in less than 5 hours, leaving limited time for warnings and evacuations. Today's seismic monitoring technology offers greater clarity than ever before, but it also reveals uncomfortable truths. Stress has been building on the Aleutian Fault for centuries. According to models, at least 24 to 40 meters of potential slip remains locked along the fault, waiting to be released. When, not if, this strain gives way, the result could be catastrophic. Communities from Alaska to Hawaii to the Pacific Northwest must remain aware of the risks. While preparing for natural disasters is never easy, knowledge and vigilance offer the best defense against forces that lie beyond human control. The Aleutians may seem remote, but their power reaches far across the sea. As history shows, ignoring their rumblings can lead to tragic consequences. Now it's time to hear from you. Considering the terrifying history and the ongoing swarms in the Aleutians, do you believe enough is being done to prepare for the possibility of a megaquake and tsunami disaster? Let us know what you think in the comments below.